Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Wrecking Unreal. I hope you are doing great. Today we are going to start the second part for our Lost Island project. In this part you will learn how to add the post-process volume and change its settings. Then we'll go to add some visual textures to our map, and then we will add the 3D asset blending with our landscape. So here we go. First of all, we need to add the post-process volume to our map. For this, go to this plus sign, go to the visual effects, and then this is the post-process volume. Just drag it to your map. This is the post-process volume we have. Just select infinite extent unbound, take this one, close this up and go up. This is the properties for the post-process. Go down. Bloom method should be convolution. Go down. Here you will find the global illumination method. Take this one. It should be Lumen. Open the settings. Scene lightning quality should be max, that is 2. Lumen scene detail should be max, that is 4. And Lumen scene view distance should pretty okay with 20,000. And the final gather quality should be max, that is 2. And other seems good. Go down where you will find the reflections, and the Lumen reflections quality should be max, that is 2. You don't need to enable this, maybe it's good with the project default. And we don't need the transparency reflections in this map. Go down, yeah, and it's all done. Okay, now you need to go to your project settings. For this, go to edit, go to the project settings, type in virtual, and make sure that enable virtual texture support is turned on, and the second one on texture import, this one too, and texture light maps and atmospheric filtering and the opacity mask. These all settings should be turned on. Make sure that these are turned on in your map. After that, just close this window. We can have a mannequin here, so we can just stay in line. For just open the content browser and go to the characters. If you don't see the characters here, you can just go to the content and right click and add a feature or content pack, and you can choose the third-person template and click on this add to project, and then you will have this characters folder in your map. Just click on this one. This is mannequin UE5. Go to the meshes, just drag this up here. Okay, we need to edit our landscape. For this, go to the landscape and just decrease the size of your brush. This seems pretty good. Okay, after that, just go to the selection mode, click on this plus sign, go to the place sectors panel, type water, and you will have this water body custom. Just drag it here. Just move it up. You can scale it up like this. Just move it down. Okay, that's done. You can go to the landscape mode again, and you can just sculpt it a bit more. You have to hold shift and press the left click. Go to the selection mode, select this one like this. Just save your project Okay guys, we are done adding the post-process volume. We have changed the settings for our post-process volume. We have changed the settings for the reflection and for the global illumination, and we have increased the settings to max so we can have a better result for our project. And then we have added this small lake to our map, and we have just sculpt the terrain by holding shift, and it will go down, and we have this beautiful lake in our map. Okay, so we need to close this place actors panel, and we need to change the layer beneath this water. For this, go to the landscape and go to the paint and select this ripple sand, and just like this you can just decrease the size of your brush. This looks pretty good, pretty decent. There is few adjustment I need to make, and we need to just save the project. Okay, go to the selection mode. Okay guys, we need to rebuild our landscape again. It's good to rebuild your landscapes whenever you use the layers, like I have used this ripple sand for our landscape. So for this, just select this landscape, go down, and you will find this Nanite. Click on this rebuild data. As you go down, just go down, and as you can see a beautiful transition between these two layers. It's not rough, it's not instant, and it seems pretty realistic that you have seen a little sand here and it's just going down, and you have the ripples, and if you see there, these are the beautiful transitions because of our Nanite landscape we are using. Okay, just save your project. There's a bug in this engine, and as you can see, these ugly shadows. They fade away when you move, but it's just a bug in this case engine for now, but we have to bear it. Okay, that's done. Now we need to add 3D assets to our landscape. For that, go to the content browser, go to the mega scans 3D assets, and these are the 3D assets I'm using. You can download it from the Quicksilver Bridge. I can show you the names of these 3D assets. You can download for yourself. I will go to local as I have already downloaded them. The first one I have downloaded this is a brick, and the desert MOAB scatter rock. Okay, and then I have downloaded this 3D asset. This is Thai beach rocks, and this is the Thai beach rocks. This is one, and then this is the limestone rocks. After that, I have downloaded this one. You can just type in their names in the search bar and you will find it. It's pretty easy. And then you will go down where I will find the I have downloaded the gigantic sandstorm terrain. You can download this as well. Okay, and I'm just going to close this window as I have already downloaded them. So go to the content, mega scans, 3D assets. This is the Thai beach rock, and just drag it to your scene. As you can see, the transition between this landscape and this 3D asset is pretty rough. It shouldn't be like this. It looks so unrealistic. There should be some kind of sand going up to this rock and then slowly fading away, but this looks so totally unrealistic. For this, we can use the Unreal Engine 5.3 technology that is called the material blending with landscape, or 3D assets blending. It's a bit complicated, but you don't need to worry. Just focus on what I'm doing and you will go through. Okay, first of all you need to open up the content browser, go to the content, you can create a new folder here and you can call it virtual textures. Just double click on it, right click, go to the texture and you will find the runtime virtual texture. You can rename it RVT_environment. Okay, we need to create another one. Just right click, go to the textures, runtime virtual textures, and we will rename it RVT_height. Okay, we have created two virtual textures, and we need to go to the properties for the RVT_height. Just double click on it, and as you can see, this virtual texture is for the height, so we need to tell the layout, the virtual texture content, that this one uses the word height for us. Okay, just select the word height here, save this one and close this window. After that, just go to this plus sign and just start typing runtime, and you will find this runtime virtual texture volume. Just drag in this to your map. You will have this runtime virtual texture volume here. Go to its properties. First of all, you need to bound align actor. You need to set the boundaries for your virtual texture. For this, select this pick actor from scene, select this one and click on your landscape. Now your bound is the landscape. After that, go down and you will find these virtual textures. Just select this one and you need to select the RVT_height, and then you need to click this set bounds. After that, go to this plus sign again, type runtime, select this runtime virtual texture volume again, and then we do need to do the same thing, bounds align actor, select this pick actor from scene, click on the landscape, go down, and in the virtual texture you will need to select the second one, that is the RVT_environment. Do this and just click set bound. You need to save your project. Just save your project. Okay guys, after that we need to edit some settings in the landscape material. For this, just click on your landscape and go down, and you will find this is landscape material. Just double click on it. As you can see, this is the instance for the master class we have for the landscape, and this is the parent class we have. Just double click on this class and you can just close this down, and we have this here. Okay guys, you need to add few nodes here for our 3D asset blending, and it's pretty easy. You need to drag this zone like this, and you need to get material attributes, and you need to add, you can just drag it down here, and now we need to add few channels. For this, just click on this one, 1 2 3 4, and now we have the get material attributes, and the first one is the base color, then metallic, then specular, then roughness. We need to change some settings here. The first one is the base color, that is good. The second one we need is the specular, the third one we need the roughness, and the fourth one we need the normal. So this is the sequence we have. Just keep in mind it should be look like this. Okay, after that, now we need to have another node that is called the runtime virtual texture output. This is, just drag this one here, and the base color will go to the base color, the specular will go to the specular, the roughness will go to the roughness, and for the normal we need to convert it from the tangent space to the vert space. For that, we need to have another node called transform. Just select this one, and it will change the tangent space to the vert space, and then we need to connect it to normal like this. Okay, now we need to add another node, that is the vert position. Just select this one and we need to add a component mask. For this, just type mask, and this is the component mask we have. Just type this one, and these are the channels, the red, green and blue. It shows the height, width and depth. For this one we need the depth, and we need to untake the width and the height, and we need to connect this one to world height like this. Just save it. Okay guys, we are done editing the landscape blueprint. We need to save our project. Just save this one, close this window. Now you need to select your landscape, and you need to go down where you will find the virtual textures. So this is the virtual textures we have. You need to add two channels. This is the first one, this is the second one, and for the first one select the rvt_environment, and for the second one select the rvt_height like this, and save your project. What's important here is just you must see the preview pop-ups here. That means that you are doing good and you don't have any errors in your blueprints. Okay, after that go to this, select this 3D asset and go up where will you find the materials. This is the material class for this 3D asset. Just double click on it, go down, go to the parent class. This is the parent class. This is the different one from the landscape parent class. So just double click on it. You can close this window, and we will have this blueprint for this 3D asset. The 3D assets also use the material attributes. You can just drag this one away like this. Okay guys, what we're going to do is to blend with this material with the sand material, for our landscape based on an alpha that will take its information from the height. Okay, for that you need to just add another node. Just right click and search for world position, and we need to have another node which is called the runtime virtual texture sample. We can have this one here, and select this node, the runtime virtual texture sample. Select this one, go to the properties and select the rvt_height. After that we need to have another node, that is the component mask. So type component. This is the component mask we have like this. Now we need to have a subtract node. Just write subtract. This is the subtract node, and we need to connect the world height with the b value for the subtract node like this. Okay, if it's a positive value then it will blend, and if it's a negative value then it will surely not blend. Okay guys. Okay, now we need the divide node. Just type divide. Just select this one, and we need to divide it by 10. I really don't know why, but it works like this way. Okay, so after that we need to have, just select all of these and just drag it a bit back. Now we need to have another node, that is the blend material attributes. Have this one, and we need to kill this wire. We need to hold Control and connect it to B, and all of these values will go to the alpha, and the final value will go to the material attributes like this. Okay, I'm forgetting something here. We need to select the mask value, and we need to untake these red and green channels. We only need the blue channel here like this. Okay, we need to have another node here. I forgot that before. We need to have another node called saturate. This is the saturate node. We need to kill this wire, and we need to plug this one here like this. Okay, after that we need to have another node just to see the changes we have in real time. For this you need to have another node called constant 3 vector. Just like this one, and you can change its color to something maybe red like this. click this one, and I cannot attach this to the blend material attributes. For that I need to have set material attributes. So this is the constant vector we have. After that we need to have another node. This is the set material attributes, and we need to add one channel, and this is the base color we have. Just connect this base color to this, and this goes to the A. That looks amazing. Okay, as you can see how beautifully it's blending in with the landscape here. Okay, now we need to go to these blueprints. We need to delete this one, and we need to delete this one as well, and we need to add a new node. That is the runtime virtual texture sample. Just select this one, and for this we need to select the environment. And the first one we select the height, and for this one we need to select the rbt_environment. Select this one, and we need to have another node. This is the set material attributes, and we need to have 4 channels here, 1 2 3 4, and we need to have the same sequence as we have in the runtime virtual texture. And the first one is the base color, the second one is the specular, the third one is the roughness, the fourth one is the normal. And the base color will go to the base color, the specular will go to the specular, the roughness will go to the roughness, and for the normal we need to have a new node called transform. Have this one, and then we need to convert it to normal. But for the transform vector we need the word space transformed to the tangent space. For this the source should be word space, and it should be transformed to the tangent space. After that just select this one and connect it to the value of A. And as you can see that 3D asset is blending in with the landscape, and it's looking stunning. It's looking so beautiful. There is no rough transition from this landscape to this 3D asset. As you can see, if you drag it a bit down, there is a sand layer on this 3D asset, this rock, and it's just slowly fading away, and it looks so good. This is the new technology from the Unreal Engine 5. Okay guys, now save this project. This is the m_ms default material. We don't need to do this for the every 3D asset, as the parent class is pretty same for all the 3D assets, and we can just use them anywhere we want. Okay, you can just drag it down like this. Like this. Okay guys, that's done. Now we need to add the larger details, then we go to the medium ones, and then lastly we'll go to the smaller details. First of all, we need to add the large details like the mountains. For this, open the content browser, go to the mega scans 3D assets, and this is the gigantic sandstone. Just open this one up and drag this one here like this. You can just rotate it like this. Drag this one a bit back. You can decrease its size. Okay, and wow, this looks stunning. I love it. Okay guys, that's done with the second part for our Lost Island project. I hope you have learned a lot from this one. I will try to complete this project in 3 or 4 parts. It won't go above 4. Just stay tuned, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I have been working so hard for you to give you the best tutorials, so you can learn from it and you can create your own environment from Unreal Engine 5. This is the best engine and I love to use it, and even for me I'm learning as well. So see you all, bye, love you.